Hey guys, welcome back to our newest Pokemon Black and White 2 Wi-Fi Bell. Now today's achievement is going to be mostly dedicated to the layout. So if you guys want to see me upload to my next video with the layout, be sure to hit that mark by that particular time or under, because of course I will be trying to work on the next video by tomorrow. So yeah, keep up the support and let's get right into this match. This is my testing team. This is actually totally out of the blue. I barely ever see anybody do it. Actually, I've never really seen anybody do it. But this is a 6 golden choice team. I've used it before. You guys may still remember, and I absolutely love it to death. They all have a common move, such as scouting in some forms. I have a Zoroark this time, modified a little bit. If I would have 9 days there, Chandelier would have been taken down. Now that is an element of surprise. If you know, Registeel kind of fearing the V-crate in case I'm banded and so forth. But I did U-turn. Zoroark and Victini both run common moves, and that is what we call just playing out at the blue. You know, a full choice team that's locked into a particular move, some having trick and volt switch and the U-turn and all that crazy stuff. I love this team to death and back. But anyways, Flygon, I just gone for Earthquake and didn't want to risk it too much. He did switch out Blastoise afterward. I should have U-turned, but a little bit too much scouting. He can see it coming, plus it's a little bit early. So I do switch out to Rotom as he scalds. Luckily he did not get a burn. I was kind of thinking he's gonna scald, but Rotom's probably the best thing that can take, plus I'm special. So I go for the trick as he switches out. I was hoping he's gonna switch out to something like a Registeel or something that doesn't really appreciate trick in general. So, like, you know, yeah, I guess Registeel is one of them. But he switches out to Roselia. I get the Black Sludge. In that case, Black Sludge really does show how important it is on poison Pokemon, just in that particular situations. Where you think, well, you know, it probably does the same job as lefties, but not really, because I got some poison damage. I stay in because I didn't want to over predict. I didn't really want to give myself, he's gonna lock himself into a particular move, right? So I don't want to risk if he does go for something crazy, and I do stay in, locking himself into Sludge Bomb. I'm just gonna go for the Volt Switch on the Blastoise, realizing he's probably gonna switch out. I mean, there is no way he's gonna stay in, being that I am immune to Sludge Bomb to begin with. And I'm gonna go for the Volt Switch again as he switches out to his Registeel. Of course, Blastoise wouldn't have really appreciated T-Bolt, plus I'm Specs. Yeah, I'm guessing Volt Switch he could have possibly taken, then Torrent Boosted Scald wouldn't be a problem. But that's still a question, you know, he didn't want to take the T-Bolt. Plus, I'm not too sure if he can really take the Volt Switch, because Volt Switch from my Cabellian just isn't as powerful as from my Specs Timid Raikou. To begin with, comparing the differences before, you know, comparing and including the stab, it's actually a big difference. But again, going for the U-turn, and we're going for lots of scouting, but this is what makes this team kind of crazy, because you can get this team switch initiative, you can keep on proceeding to try to get team switch initiative. Cabellian does have Stealth Rocks, and it's actually a choice Pokemon, so it's totally out of the blue. It's a really hard team to use sometimes, but it is one of the most fun teams I have ever used in my life. It is so different. There's just so much elements you gotta consider when using such team. But I did take him out. Now he's got a team switch initiative, which is a problem. Azumarill does come in, and you're gonna see in a second that Azumarill of this sort is actually quite strong. I'm gonna switch out to Cabellian, expecting the Alka-Jet, just in case I'm a bandit one, I'm guessing. I'm not sure, but you know, Victini, he was expecting me to stay in. He does get a crit on top on the next one. Not a problem, as long as I can put up the rocks. His Chandelier is not going to be all that free anymore to keep on switching in and switching out, because it's mostly a problem against this team. If I cannot take her moves, then, you know, it's a pretty hyper offensive team, so this kind of speaks on its own. But then again, Scarf, Flygon can outspeed it, but we're going to see. Anyways, after stuff being taken down, I switch out to my Raikou, and yet again go for the Volt Switch in case he switches out to Roselia or the likes of that. I want to see what kind of switch he's gonna do, and proceed to cripple his team a little bit. Registeel still did not get a single chance to put up the rocks. Incredible. I'm gonna go for Earthquake right now, right here, and easily break him apart, even after being Scarf. And yeah, I believe I am Adamant Nature. Yes, I am Adamant Nature. I believe that Adamant Nature kinda does matter. If I would have been Jolly, I believe I would have failed of taking him out. But then again, I may be wrong. And he does switch out to Sableye. I'm going to switch out to Victini. And you're going to see in a second, not giving him the opportunity to put up the rocks is making this Victini an absolute massacre. So Chandler comes in. I've seen that miles away, realizing that he doesn't really appreciate my moves. Plus Sableye can probably not hit me outside of a Confusion Ray, Confuse Ray, or Toxic, or anything of that sort. I know I can probably take, so I'm just gonna go for the Fusion Bolt, and this crazy move is just gonna easily clean take down. And here comes the Azumarill. Now check this out. Here is where it really shows what Victini is all about. It's not about his moves, it's about his stats in general. This thing is crazy, okay? It took Orca Jet Bandit from Azumarill, and even with Stealth Rock support I would have survived it. So that means that Azumarill one-on-one cannot handle it, and I can take him out. I guess that a little more Stealth Rock damage, was that a little bit more Stealth Rock damage? I was thinking I'm gonna fail taking him out, so a little bit surprised on that behalf. But I like that. I really do like that results there. I'm gonna switch out to my Zoroark, because he's gonna go for the Nightshade. The thing is, I was actually expecting him to switch out, but then again, he's probably not gonna switch out. I'm just gonna go for the Night Days this turn. I want to see how much I will do. I do a lot of damage, and I do get good vision. I do kind of lower down his accuracy, which some of you guys may still think lowering down accuracy isn't like banned from competitive. No, it's not. Moves like Sand Attack and moves like all the moves that are, how do we say, that aren't double teamish, that aren't really affecting your Pokemon like as a whole, like against all the other Pokemon you're facing. They're not banned. You can use even moves such as Sand Attack or Mud Slap. You can use those moves because it affects your opponent in that particular turn until they switch out. So it doesn't really permanently give you evasion, and for that reason alone it is actually competitive wise it is allowed to be used. And in this case I'm getting extremely lucky. I'm not too sure how a Nightshade works. Can Nightshade actually miss? I never really checked, but I believe that with -3 accuracy right now, his Sableye is kind of starting to get a little bit blind, and he is burn stalling me. I mean, for God's sake, burn stalling is probably the worst stalling you can go for, because this is not going anywhere. But he's gonna switch out to Rosary, I guess, realizing that the Nightshade is gonna start to miss, so he doesn't want to take that chance. And in that case, a recovery miss would have never happened, because recovery cannot miss. But just imagine recovering and missing the move. That would have been kind of crazy. Still, Burn takes me out after I take him out. Zoroark did an amazing job here, disguising as one of our other teammates. And Raikou coming in, Sableye comes in. Flygon, this thing can easily handle Flygon. That's a problem. But Raikou, on top of it all, you gotta consider Raikou with this sword is Specs. So Raikou one-on-one should handle Sableye. Now, he doesn't realize that I'm Specs, but I'm not an event Raikou of any sort. I'm just your good old Raikou shiny. This is a shiny choiced, full golden choice team. So yeah, that's behind the whole shiny part, and that's gonna be game against Jack. So hope you guys have enjoyed. That was a really enjoyable match I had against you, Jack. If you're watching this video by any chance and you have a YouTube channel, please do let me know. I will plug you in the description. That's gonna be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, take care, and I'm gonna leave a question of the day here somewhere in the video. Yes, peace out.